Welcome to Whitechapel and Partner, the Challenge, Book 3. My name is Janet Orilua and
my name is Tosin
Jibulu.
Thank you very much.
Over the past weeks, various colleagues have brought to you different chapters of the Copywriter's Handbook by Robert W. Black. Today we're bringing to you Writing to Communicate.
Writing to communicate simply means using effectively keywords to actually pass the message you want to pass to your audience in a short sentence.
Simply put, you sell more merchandise with a clean and clear copy. A copy is a catchy phrase you use when writing an ad or an article. We're bringing to you tips to guide you when copywriting. Our first tip will be
Putting the reader first. In putting the reader first, you should ask yourself certain questions. Will the reader understand what I'm writing? Will the reader understand the terminology I'm using? Will the article I'm writing, will it persuade the reader to get the product? Or is it telling the reader about something new? The second tip should be
carefully organize your selling points. That's carefully organizing your unique selling features. What makes you different? What makes you unique from other people? Before writing the copy, first you need to organize, using probably a scale of preference, organize your selling points in a logical, persuasive, and clear fashion. This way, you'll be able to bring out the best in your copywriting.
the top tip should be breaking writing into short sentences. In this section, you have to bring out the key points, as you said, bring out the selling points. You break them into smaller sentences and you explain it. There should be a preference you use in explaining it. There should be primary selling point, which you use to explain the product, and the secondary selling point will explain the product better more in the subsequent paragraph. The fourth tip is use short sentences.
It's almost the same thing as what you just said, if not the same. Just in a layman's term, breaking your words into different sections and making them as short as possible. Our fifth will be using simple words.
Using simple words, you shouldn't start speaking deep grammar. You know, some people, they just like a very easy article. Get everything they see there, day-to-day normal English language.
They understand it, they get it, but some copywriters use very big words, which makes the copy very ineffective.
Yes, it's hard for the reader to read, try to assimilate, before going to the next.
An example of a big word to use would be eliminate, instead of saying something like get rid of, or using employ instead of saying use, or saying something like facilitate instead of just help.
The sixth point should be avoid technical jargon. Technical jargon should be, I will call technical jargon terminologies used in a special field.
Yes.
Now, when you want to advertise a product, you should understand that now you bring in this advert to the general public. Not everybody know about that.
Not everybody understands the special terminology.
So you shouldn't use the special terminology. Something like database. If you have something like database in your terminology, you know database. You can't break database down into smaller words. You can use database or something like you want to get off the plane and you use the plane. Like the plane is just a single word. What is it talking about? So people won't
not
get
everybody
it.
understands.
Yes, they won't get it easy to understand. The fourth one is being concise.
Yes.
Yeah, help us there.
Using unnecessary words, beating around the bush too much. It's giving your copy too much words, and it's making them lose focus in what you're planning or what you're trying to say. Being concise, you have to bring everything together in one and just say what you want to say. Don't beat around the bush too much. It's more like saying being specific. That's our next point.
Yeah, being specific as the end point. In advertising persuades us by giving us specific information about the product in a very short sentence. You get the point, they persuade you, and when you hear it, there should be one or two side attractions in it that will make you remember that ad, or something that will make you want to talk about the ad, and that will prompt you to knowing about the product
To
or
help you
going for the
just
product.
remember whatever you're trying to say. It's like saying adverse weather conditions will not result in structural degradation.
Yes.
Instead of saying the roof won't leak if it rains.
Right, yeah.
That's simple, concise, and it sends the message right to the public.
And the ninth point should be go straight to the point.
Saying the same thing as what we just said.
Yeah,
Being concise and specific and not beating around the bush too much. Write in a friendly and conversational style. Like Linda Ikeji is one of the most read in Nigeria now.
Yeah.
One of the most read bloggers in Nigeria. And she always talks like, she writes like she talks. She writes like she's talking to a friend of hers, like us having a conversation about something. That's the best way to write to the public, write to a target audience. You have to put yourself in their shoes and just speak to them like you're speaking to a friend.
Yes, write in a friendly manner. And you'll be relating to most people in the community, whereby you're talking to somebody in US and you're in Nigeria, and the person is smiling when he sees something you post. You understand? As if you're sitting close to him or her there. And the third point is what?
The final one
That's the
will be
11th one.
avoiding sexist language.
Okay.
Like when you say anchorman or fireman instead of anchor. Or firefighter. Or when you say cleaning woman instead of domestic. Something like that. So we hope we've been able to help copywriters. Here are a few tricks that can help you. You should always end with a preposition. You should always use sentence fragments, like what we said, breaking into short sections.
Yeah, she used bullet points also.
Yes, that helps as well.
And use one or two sentence paragraphs to help you bring the write-up, to make them look nice and easy to
Neat
understand.
and easy to understand. A copywriter's checklist should have the following. 1. Does the copy fulfill the promise of the headline? Is the copy interesting to read? Is it easy to read? Is it believable?
Yeah. Is it persuasive also? Is it specific? Is it concise? Does it pass the actual message you want it to pass?
Exactly.
Is it relevant? And does it flow smoothly? Does the action
More importantly,
call
does it call
for more
for action? If it does all this, then you are well on your way to writing a good and clear copy. We hope we've been able to help copywriters all over. Our next episode will be taken by Michael and Kone. Well, that's it from us. Thank you. Is there a man that is still recording that I don't know?